dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, they make our spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
This is an introduction to your percent project. Please notice the due date. Actually dates, because you have some choices. So this percent project will either be due Thursday, December 22nd, so right before break, or Wednesday, January 4th, a day after you come back from break. You're going to need your percent packet in front of you, and we're going to go through it and do an example together. And after this video, if you have any questions, please make sure that you come see me so that we can answer those. You will have class time to work on your percent project. Make sure your name is on your packet, and here we go. All right, you need your packet next to you. Sorry, mine just fell on the floor. Also, you need a calculator, and you need a pencil. If you do not have those 3 items right now, please pause the video and go get them. If you do have those 3 items, here we go. I'm going to read what's in front of you, and then once I finish, I will have you underline or highlight some important things. Let's have fun doing some shopping. Here we go. You will be given $1,000 to spend at various stores. You must make 5 purchases, 1 from each category below. Your purchases need to be made on clothing, electronics, and all other items found in the store flyers. And other items found in the store flyers. My apologies. A picture of each item that you decide to purchase needs to be neatly cut out and attached in the appropriate place. All items are on sale for the percentages below. You must use your money without going in the negative. If the store is offering a sale, you must first figure out their sale price and then figure the discount we are giving. So the 3 categories that we have, I said them above, are electronics. The class discount is 15% off. Clothing, the class discount is 25% off. And all other items, for example, if you find a piece of furniture that you'd like, the class discount is 10% off. The last part here, 6th grader, says clothing is exempt from sales tax in Minnesota, but all other items are charged a sales tax of 7%. Now, take your pencil or a highlighter, whatever you have, and we're going to just identify some key parts here, okay? So you will have $1,000. That's all you get, no more, or you can spend less, I guess, if you want, but you can't spend more. You must make 5 purchases, so underline 5 purchases, 1 from each category below. You must have a purchase from each category below. Your purchases need to be made on clothing, electronics, and all other items that you find in store flyers. When you come to class over the next couple of days, I will have store flyers for you, and that's where you can find them. Find the things that you would like to purchase, If you have a store flyer at home, and you're like, Ms. Kluver, I really want to buy something from this flyer, cut it out and bring it to class. All right, but the thing is we have to be able to cut out a picture of the item that you're buying and glue it in the appropriate spot. Okay, with that said, I want you to underline neatly cut out. You are 6th graders now. You can make nice clean cuts when it comes to paper, okay? Other key part that I want you to identify is all items are on sale for the percentages below. So electronics, the class discount is 15% off. Clothing, the class discount is 25% off. And all other items, as I mentioned before, like furniture, would be 10% off. Okay? Put a big star next to this part where you see me putting the yellow star. Clothing is exempt from sales tax. Exempt means no sales tax on clothing. Okay? In Minnesota. But all other items are charged a sales tax of 7%. Okay? Something you need to add to yours is what you see in red. No food or beverages. That means you may not purchase food or beverages with this project money. Okay? All right. If you flip to page 2 in your packet, it is titled Project Example. I am going to model one purchase for you. This one purchase that I model, you cannot All right, so the example that I'm going to give you for this project, sixth graders, is one of my purchases. You may not use this example as one of your 5 purchases, okay? With that said, I was looking at the Target ad the other day and I found this TV. So I cut this TV out of the ad, and as you can see, I neatly glued it in the appropriate space. I'm definitely following the directions correctly. Now, before I fill out any of the information over here on the right for this TV, I'm going to make sure I identify the store ad that I got this TV from. So I'm just going to write it kind of right on top of the picture that I glued in. I got this from the Target store ad. So I'm just going to write Target. Now, let's begin filling out the information for this purchase. The item price, you are looking for the original or the regular cost of this item or the items that you're buying. So the regular cost, and it's normally abbreviated REG, you can see it right there. It's $229.99. So we're going to put that down, $229.99. Please be writing this with me so you have a nice example of how to make a purchase and what you need to fill out. This is kind of like a note sheet for you when it comes to this project. The next part says blank % off from store ad. Okay, so as you can see on this TV, there is no percentage off. It's not saying blank %. It's not telling me a %. It is saying that I can save $30. So yes, there is a % off, but they already calculated it for me. So just to acknowledge that I went over that, I'm going to put an X there, and I'm going to write $30 off. Okay, now I'm going to calculate the final store price. So it's kind of like the sale price. So the final store price, if you take out your calculator, or you don't need your calculator, but just little reminders, we're going to take the item price and subtract the discount. So we have $229.99 minus $30. This TV with that store discount is going to cost $199.99. Now, normally we would be done if we were in the stores, but you have Mrs. Kluver's awesome % project and you get an additional class discount. Woohoo! So if you go back to the front page of your project, you're going to need to think, this item, what category would it come from? Electronics, clothing, or other? Hopefully you're saying electronics. This is definitely an electronic item. So if I find electronics, I see that our class discount is 15% off. So on the discount line, we're going to write 15%. Then we're going to calculate the discount on the final store price. So right now in your calculator, type $199.99 and find 15% of that. So times 0.15, 1500s. Remember, quick reminder, 15%, there it is. There's my decimal point. It doesn't have to be there, but it is. I'm going to back it up, divide by 100, okay? So 0.15. That was slightly sloppy. I apologize for that. Let's see here. I get 29.9985. Now remember, we're dealing with money. So what are we going to round to? We're going to round to the nearest hundredths place since it goes past the hundredths place to the right of the decimal. If you round to the nearest hundredths place, how much money do we get to take off due to our class discount? $30. Hopefully that's what you said. So on this line, let's write, hey, we get to take an additional $30 off. So now on your calculator, let's calculate the final class price. So again, sale price here. Go $199.99 and subtract the class discount, which is $30. I get $169.99. Woohoo! Now, this item, is it clothing? No, it's electronics, right? There's our class discount we got from the front page. So we have to pay 7% sales tax on this TV purchase, or I do since it's my purchase. So we need to take 7% of the final class price. So 7% as a decimal, right? 7%. We're going to back it up. What's going to go in that empty hump? A 0. So 7% is 0.07 as a decimal, right? So on your calculator, type in $169.99 times 7%, 0.07. Now, this goes past the hundredths place, so we need to round to the nearest hundredths place. This would be, I have to pay Minnesota sales tax of $11.90. Now, sales tax in general, is an additional amount, right? So we're going to add that to the final class price. So, on your calculator, go $169.99 plus $11.90. This TV is going to cost me, trying to change colors. This TV is going to cost me $181.89. Now the final piece that I need to fill out is, I got this item, remember, because we need to make a purchase from each category. There are 3 categories: electronics, clothing, and all other items. So this TV fits in the electronics category. So technically I could be done with electronics now, but I still have 4 more purchases I have to make. Okay. So that's the information that you will fill out for an item that you purchase. The next thing you need to do for each item that you purchase, name above the item that we purchased, because we need to remember that. So we bought this TV from Target. Let's see. The final cost was $181.89. We need to write a check. We need to pay the store for the items that we're buying. So here's how you fill out a check. Let's start with the date. All right, the date for me today is the 18th? It's Sunday for me, so. All right, so it is 12/18, year 16, 2016, sorry. We are paying to, and this is why on the pay to the order of, we are going to write Target. Now you might say, Ms. Kluber, why are you writing in cursive? Checks are normally filled out with cursive handwriting. However, I am okay if you print this information. There is one specific part on this check that I will have you sign, but if you want to print all the other, you can. I'm going to choose to write in cursive. Now, this TV, after all the discounts, and then after the addition of sales tax, on this line right here where you see the money symbol, that's where we're going to put what it cost. It was $181.89. On this long solid line right here, that's where we're going to write this money amount in words. So in word form. Here we go. It was 100 $181, and then we draw a line, and we always write our change. You don't have to draw that circle around that value. Don't do that. We always write our change as a fraction. So 89 hundredths, right? 89 hundredths of a dollar. There we go. And this was for, sorry, we're right down here. This was for a TV. So we're going to write TV. And now this final line, 6th graders, is where you sign your name. And now this is what I want to see in cursive. So of course you will sign your name here, not mine. So this is the one part of the check that I am asking you do write in cursive. All the other parts, hopefully my red dot isn't making you sick, you do not need to write in cursive. You can if you want to though. All right, cursive does make you slow up. And then when we slow up, we tend to avoid errors. So, all right, so after you fill a check out, you're going to want to then record information from that check in your check register. A check register is where you keep kind of a running tally of how much you're spending and where you're spending it at. So with that said, this is for me, for my purchase, but we're going to practice this all together, writing it. The check number, you will find that in the upper right-hand corner of the check. So if you look back, our check number is 101. So we'll write that right here. This is check 101. Then you'll put the date that you made that purchase and the description of the transaction. I always like to put where I was, what store, and then what I bought. So it was Target and the TV. Payment and debit, that's the amount that you wrote the check out for. So we wrote the check out for $181. Sorry, Miss Kluver wrote the check out for $181.89. Deposit and credit, we're not going to do anything with that column at all in this project. Deposit and credit is where you'd be putting money into your bank account. We're not going to be doing that. We're only taking money out of the bank account. So my balance is no longer $1,000 because I bought a TV. So I need to take the balance that I currently have, which I haven't spent anything, so it's $1,000. Do this with me. And go to your calculator. Type in $1,000 on your calculator, and we're going to subtract what I spent, which was $181.89. So my remaining balance is $818.11. So now I will do this for every check that I write, just like you will do this for every check that you write. It's called the check register. It's a nice way to make sure that you have enough money in your bank account if you are going to spend anything. Okay? When you are all finished, you will want to put your final balance. Oops, don't know what's going on with my pen there. Put your final balance on this line. So if you have anything remaining in your bank account. Remember, you cannot go in the negatives, so you cannot spend more than $1,000.